First off, I'll start off. Our guys are playing with great effort. That's the first thing I want to say. With all the distractions and things that have been going on, you cannot fault their effort. We just have to, and I've been saying this for the last several weeks, have to play with more discipline concerning the penalties, the turnovers, and things like that. And that's what we must clean up if we want to come out on the other end of what we've been coming out on here lately. So that's what I have.
Take questions.
Is this because you guys of the games you've lost so far, this is the one that you actually had some control of, and it feels like you kind of let it get away? Does that make this one almost more difficult to stomach?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. I mean, this is the first game that since I've been in this position we were leading in a game, and it felt good. We were playing well, and just couldn't finish it at the end, and we have to be able to do that to win football games here in the Big Ten. We know that, and so, like I said, applaud the effort. Effort's outstanding. Just have to play smarter, more disciplined football.
With Noah, obviously you stuck with him going into this week, and he had 3 more interceptions tonight. I mean, the offense moved the ball in the first half, but just didn't finish. I guess, how do you evaluate his performance and where you go moving forward at QB?
Good question. We have to watch the film very closely. And we got 2 weeks. That's a good thing. So we'll talk. Jay and I and offensive staff will all talk it through and see, if there's something that needs to be done or not, and evaluate it. Being very, very realistic in evaluation and being very fair at the same time. So, and that's like with all of our guys. Everybody's always being evaluated, and there's always competition going on. So it's no different for any other position.
What about the call on 4th and 1 after the Carter run? The call for the snake, and why do that there?
Why do that there? I'm trying to have us get more momentum. It was 4th and 1. Hey man, you feel like you can get a 4th and 1. It wasn't 4th and 2 like last week. It was 4th and 1. Well, actually, it wasn't even all of 1. And so and I still think we came out okay after that anyway on the defensive end, if I'm not mistaken. Did they get 3 out of that? Or yeah, they got 3 out of that. So just trying to build momentum and confidence for our team, if I can say that. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, being aggressive that way.
With the punt return, what did you see or hear from up in the booth just about how that happened?
Well, I know we had our gunners over, so what we call gunners over. So both of our detached guys were to one side, and I don't think the punt went necessarily to their side like it was trying to do. And then he got up the short side of the field from what I could see from on the field. I had to watch the film to give you more detail about it, but and then you got to make tackles. You got to get people on the ground.
Pretty good day from Ryan. Otherwise, though, I mean, he did some good things for you guys. What do you think about what
he did? He did. He boomed one of those balls. I mean, it was beautiful, man. Changed the field position big time, and then we held him down there. So again, we do some good things. We just go up and down. We just got to stay up. We can't go down. We got to as more consistent ups than downs, and we have a good team. Just about the consistency of doing everything the right way over and over and over again.
Harlon, you said previously when we talked to you, you said nobody had bowed out of the season. There are a couple guys, Hank Pepper and Justin White, that are no longer on the roster. I was just wondering if you could address how you're handling guys that may opt to choose. Well, I guess them specifically, or how you handle guys that may opt to choose to enter the portal or sit out or like.
Well, if that's what they choose to do, that's their choice. We let them know that, and then we tell them what we're going to do as far as that is concerned. And so, still love those guys, Justin and Hank. Wish them well, but that was a decision that they made. And okay, more power to you. We're going to fight with the guys that are still in the locker room, and as you can see, these guys are fighting. They're fighting. They're giving us everything they got.
So basically, just sorry to clarify.
I'm sorry.
They said they intended to enter the portal or sit out, and then you.
Oh, I got you.
We're not unlike Mel, where he had guys in the portal still practicing with the team.
Right, and that was a one-time deal with a bowl game. This you got 8 games left, 7 games. You can't. That's not something that you want to do. You would have to talk to them, but I know in Justin's case, I think he felt like he should be playing more. Okay, and then in Hank's case, I think he wanted to just be able to possibly have another year after talking with his family. So, yeah, being honest as I can be.
Harlon, one player that was very consistent for you tonight was Jonathan Kim. What can you say about the 58-yarder that he had, and it was a Kinnick record?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. Like I said earlier, we came in at halftime and he said, "Were you nervous when you sent me out there?" I said, "Not at all. Not at all. I wasn't. I mean, I know what you can do. Were you nervous?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Hey, man, you know who we trust in." He said, "Absolutely." I said, "Well, then that's why I wasn't. You have more than enough room on that kick." And so he is a weapon for us, for sure.
What sort of become the priorities then for this bye week for you guys as a staff and for the message to the players?
That's good. So the priorities again will be like I asked them at the end after I started talking. I said, if anybody has any suggestions on how, so I'm posing it to you guys too. Any suggestions on how we can be more consistent in our discipline and lack of turnovers and all those type of things. I'm racking my brain. I'm gonna make some calls to some people that I know at different places around the country, and just see how you can become more disciplined and more focused on not committing turnovers and bad penalties and things like that. You know what I mean? So once we clean that stuff up, you'll see a much better team. We won't be beating ourselves. People are going to actually have to beat us. We helped Iowa beat us tonight.
Good time for. How do you think? Malik obviously came out. I think he had a career high in catches in the first quarter alone, and then his flip thing. Is that short term? And would you think of how you guys were targeting him and getting him really involved early?
Yeah, we felt like he would be a big part of this plan today, and as you saw, he was starting out. We were going to feed him all he could eat, and then he ended up going out, but he will be fine. He'll be back.
Despite the discipline problems and so forth, it's a physical Iowa team that you played, and it seemed you established the run and you stopped the run most of the night. The line of scrimmage, you guys had the edge almost pretty much all vast majority of downs. Can you keep them playing that hard? Is it going to be a challenge to keep them playing hard? And was that a step in the right direction to do that?
It was. I mean, that's Big Ten football. We know what Iowa wants to do. They want to run the football. They've always been that way. Hey, their head coach is an offensive line guy by trade, and so that was a testament to us of being able to hold them to what did they have? 61 yards rushing. And a lot of times you hold people to 61 yards and you run for 156, you'll win the game unless you have you lose the turnover battle. And we lost the turnover battle, and that's what happened to us. But proud of our guys up front. Like I said, and not just those guys up front, the whole team play hard, man. Y'all watch the games. They're out there giving great effort. You don't see guys loafing around and not trying to hit people and run through contact. So we just got to clean up that other stuff.
One more from Steven.
Harlon, I'm just wondering, you looked in their locker room tonight, in the emotions and in the faces and the expressions. Was it the same with how this game went from the last couple of weeks, or were there any differences that you detected in sort of their reaction to it, good or bad, I guess,
Yeah, I got you. I saw a little bit of the same, and then I asked, did anybody have anything to say, and somebody spoke up and said some stuff. Hey, man, we have a good team. We have a good team. We just got to clean up the stuff, the penalties and the turnovers and all that stuff. But that was one player spoke up and said that, and so they're dejected like we all are. But these guys got a fight in them. I love it, a true Spartan fight in them, a Spartan dog fight, and that's why I love them so much. And they need this little time off that we're going to have, and they should come back even stronger. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
What last one was Jim?
Okay.
Are you concerned whether you'll be able to keep the fire lit in them, first of all? Second of all, you've been involved in a lot of great wins and some tough losses as a head coach. How does this rank now that it's as an interim head coach?
It's tough, Jim. It's tough. I won't lie to you. I mean, after the first loss, I was like, okay, how's it going to be with these guys? We got a distraction. Then the next one is, how's it going to be? And they just keep coming. they keep coming, and I'm praying that they'll keep coming like they have. And that's why I want to get a win so bad for them, so they can, hey, all this effort we've been putting in, we got to be able to reap the harvest at some point in time. And I thought it was going to be today. Actually, I thought it was going to be last week, but definitely today. And so now we'll just focus on Rutgers, and hopefully it happens then.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right. Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.